from him. When I spend my money, I'm gonna either have to come back and get some more work. No, whatever he gave you, that's you. Whatever you do with it. You know what I'm saying? If I go buy me a car right now and I'm broke,
you blew it.
See what I'm saying? And you know, Snoop, at the time, most of the dudes with us, they don't want to admit it. They was making it rain in the club.
Man, you taught me how to go get a house in my name.
Yeah.
Go get a car for my wife. Go get a car for me. Then I brought my studio to New Orleans. Yeah. But you showed me how to stay confined within, like, nigga, all you got to do is go to the studio and back home. Yeah. Studio, back, you ain't got to go to the club. You ain't got to do nothing. Like, don't let them niggas take you to New Orleans. Yeah. I went a couple times with Soulja Slim and C Murder. I can't help it. I went a couple times, but you used to always say, nigga, don't go back. You told us, like, standing on that shit.
Don't let them trick you out your position. Think about it. When we go back to help the kids in the community and take care and feed the elderly. But when y'all got to realize you just cheese for the rats.
Right.
That's why so many people that make it lose their lives because they trying to prove something. Let me tell you something. Dude hit me up on social media. And he said, yeah, I'm the dude who used to beat you up in middle school.
I got one of them niggas.
And guess what I said? I said, well, do it now. That's what I said, Snoop. Do it now. That's the only thing you can remember. And when I see him, I pull him up. Little bitty dude. He ain't even grow.
Yeah, he's still in the 3rd grade. And he living off of that. I got a nigga just like that just love telling niggas, you know, I used to beat this nigga up in the 7th grade. I'm like, you know what, cuz, you say that shit one more time, we gonna put the 7th grade in 2020. Nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass right now. I've been in the gym, nigga. I'm gonna try this new kick out on your ass.
Isn't that where they mindset at, man?
Because that's what the hood breeds. Like, you can't outthink.
Nah, let me tell y'all something, right? So I know some dudes when I was at school at Booker T, right? In the 9th grade year, they was the nicest dudes I ever wanted to meet. See, by the 12th grade year, when they got them pistols, Snoop, they was the most dangerous dudes I ever met in the world. You couldn't tell a joke to them. You couldn't say nothing. So you got to realize that you don't mess with people. You don't pick on people. And this happened in real life. I'm going to tell y'all something. I got into it with a dude. I know his number guard. He had a gun. He's shaking. He tell me, what you going to do? And I'm like, bro, I ain't even did. You mad about somebody else. I took the gun out of his hands. Snoop. That was number guard. Think about it. When you do right.
Hell yeah.
When you do right. If he got a plan for you, nobody can stop it.
No, that's his plan. His plan is for you to still be here.
Yeah.
Still educating, elevating, and pushing past the hate with love. Because, see, you not matching the hate that you getting with the hate that you throwing back out. You throwing out love.
Think about it. Even the stuff with Suge, when I know he was at a different mindset, but when he called me, I was calm when I told him what I told him.
Right.
And just left it like that. And then when I seen him again, we did business with you.
Because he respected you.
You see what I'm saying?
See, that's what niggas don't understand. He respected you. Nobody else could have did that deal because he didn't respect nobody in the fucking rap game. Nobody. He respected you enough to say, you know what? I'm going to pull this business deal off with you.
Right. Until this day, Snoop, and you know this, have I ever said anything about any of his partners, all the dudes that talk and do all that? I've never said nothing about it. Ain't my business. Whatever they want to think, they think.
You pulled me off of them niggas. Because I was on their head and you was like, nigga, we not finna say nothing bad about them niggas. We finna be
about to mess our blessings
We on this shit right here. Let that shit go.
Man, we going to get some money.
Yeah,
we ain't trying to go to jail.
You trained me to lose that spirit of, I want to fuck them niggas up. It's like if a nigga on your head and they feel like you weak, you just something about you as a man to just say like, I got to defend myself. But you took that away from me to say, nigga, fuck that, live. Right. Stop living to die.
Ain't nothing wrong with defending yourself if something happened.
Right.
Somebody run
but
up
don't
on
go looking for it.
If you go looking for trouble, you're going to get trouble.
Right.
Think about it.
Right.
So, and that's what I mean. Sometimes a good run beat a bad stand. You know?
Hello.
Think about it. So it's like you can't play with no man and think that, you know, when you go back and look at times, bullies always gonna end up losing in the end. That's how David and Goliath. That's how it went. So you never know. It ain't how you start. That's how you finish. So think about it. When I talk about winning, you winning now. The people that wasn't paying you at first, wasn't taking care of you. When I seen y'all look, I said, man, this a boss. You know, he a diamond in the rough. You just gotta shine him up.
Right.
He about to go blossom. Bosses create bosses. Millionaires create more millionaires.
Right.
Because I don't want to be sitting at the top of the mountain by myself.
Never that.
And so my thing is now the ones that's listening, they on top of the game. The ones that was hating, they still at the bottom hating.
And that's crazy because you got a few good students.
Yeah.
Like I got a few good students.
Yeah.
Like niggas that I put on
Yeah.
that did better than me or doing just
Yeah.
as good as me. I really appreciate them niggas because they outworked the homies.
Yeah.
Like the people that was the homies that I gave positions didn't work as hard as other niggas that I gave positions.
Yeah.
You can see that paid off.
And that's how it
down
be.
the
Sometimes
line.
you got to get rid of motherfuckers in your family that ain't right. So you got to look at this, man. Anybody that's watching this, y'all, don't let people take your kindness for weakness. If you a stand-up guy, I mean, they laughed at me with these shoes at first. Oh, yeah. I said, I'm going to get better. I got better. I'm selling so many shoes now. I mean, Kanye West, he done turned into a billionaire off of the sneakers when people let those, what they was calling them, homeless stuff and all that. Look, but guess what? We allowed Nike, Adidas, Converse, all of them to keep us. Yeah, and nobody say nothing.
Right.
And we get mad. Let me tell you something. I never got mad or envy at Puffy or Jay-Z. None of those guys, what they have. Dr. Dre, when he did his deal and all that stuff. I'm like, man, I'm happy to see black men that come from the same thing I come from be successful.
Right, because that's more doors open up for us now. Now they understand that we can handle that kind of money.
Yes.
When you give one a B, you're going to have to give another one a B and another one a B because you're going to say, well, man, them niggas know how to handle them B's.
Yeah.
We know they can handle
them
M's.
We can put more people on and we can give more.
Man, because we running through M's left and right. So they know that. Now it's time to give us that B game so that way we can become more owners and more of the people that can provide for ourselves.
And we can stop worrying about we don't have nothing, everybody crying and everybody hurting and talk about what they going to do for us. They don't have to do nothing for us if we create more of us. When you look at right now at the Fortune 500 companies, it's only 3 African-American CEOs. I ain't even talking about owners. CEOs. That's a half of 1%.
A half of a 1%.
Half of 1%.
Niggas is 0.50.
So, yeah. So when you look at black production companies in Hollywood, we own 5%. So that's why we don't control our narrative. That's why we have to change that. That's what No Limit Chronicles, that's what the production that you doing and people like that. So we could tell our stories, you guys can see it the real way, and you guys can learn from it.
Right, without it being watered down, without it being rinsed down the way they want to tell it, but we're telling it the uncut version so you can hear the true struggle. Yeah,
so imagine this, y'all. Imagine, so I showed y'all product. Imagine what it looked like into the stores. It's little or nothing. We are probably the only African-American owned companies that got packaged food goods into these stores, which makes no sense. Being able to do a deal with Walmart and Target and Kroger's and all these companies, that's what we should be protesting for. Man, we lost George Floyd. We lost Breonna Taylor. Now, if our money right and we know what economic empowerment is, now we could go buy the blocks back instead of burning them down and put the right judges, people that look like us, into office. Because we keep crying about who's not there. But guess what? We're not using our right to vote to bring the right people in, or we're going to keep getting police brutality against us. So think about it. We got to think outside the box, but we really have to do educate the next generation. And that's what if you have an education, you're not just going out shooting any man down or any kid for no reason. You're going to think about it because you're going to prison. I mean, I'm fighting for C right now to get him out. We're doing this in a documentary. You're going to see the real story about C murder, Corey Miller, because his name is really in Matt. Their lyrics and their names got them
prosecuted.
Yes.
They tried to do me like that with my murder case. They were bringing in songs and magazines, shit, but we got it throughout. You know what I'm saying? Certain shit wasn't admissible in court, but when you're dealing with it down south, it's a different judicial system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is, man. And our people, I just want to let y'all know, if we could do it, y'all could do it. Y'all see that we humble men, we men of God. We know that this success is temporary. We can't take it with us. I've seen a lot of rich people. The guy who created the iPhone, he's still making money. They tell us right now, some of the greatest treasures are in the graveyard because a lot of people don't even get a chance to
that's Steve
bring
Jobs.
out their
Steve
dreams.
Jobs don't even get a chance to see what's happening right now with all the
man, let me tell you something. I see a black